Picture this. It's the early 1900s, and having pale porcelain skin was the ultimate status symbol. It was the mark of wealth, refinement, and privilege. A suntan? That was a giveaway that you worked outdoors, laboring under the sun. But then came one woman, one moment, and one photograph that flipped the script entirely. This is the fascinating story of how the legendary Coco Chanel didn't just change what we wore, but how we looked. Introducing the suntan as the new symbol of luxury, glamour, and modernity. Let's go back in time. For centuries, pale skin wasn't just a beauty standard, it was a social code. Take Queen Elizabeth I of England, for example. Her ghostly white makeup, famously made with lead, was an extreme expression of this trend. Back then, being pale meant you lived a life of leisure indoors, away from the harsh sun. A suntan, on the other hand, was associated with farmers, laborers, and the working class. But in 1923, one photograph changed everything. Coco Chanel, already a fashion icon and cultural trailblazer, was snapped, leaving a yacht in Cannes with bronzed, glowing skin. It wasn't intentional. It was simply the result of spending time under the French Riviera sun. Yet, as with everything Chanel did, it became a trend. Think about it. By the 1920s, Chanel was the definition of modern chic. Her little black dress had transformed evening wear, her quilted handbags were the epitome of sophistication, and her sleek, practical women's suits had broken free from the corseted traditions of the past. Chanel's influence was unmatched. So when people saw her bronzed complexion, they thought, if Coco Chanel is tanned, then maybe I should be too. It wasn't just about the look. It was about the lifestyle it represented. Tanned skin became synonymous with wealth, leisure, and worldliness. If you were tanned, it meant you had the time and means to sunbathe on exotic beaches or sail on luxurious yachts. In other words, it became a sign of privilege. Chanel didn't stop there. A few years later, she featured tanned models in one of her fashion shows. This was groundbreaking. It sent a clear message. A sun-kissed glow was not just acceptable, it was desirable. Around the same time, the rise of seaside resorts and the newfound popularity of beach holidays further cemented this trend. People started seeking out the sun, not avoiding it. The 1920s and 1930s saw a cultural shift, with tanning becoming the ultimate symbol of modernity and health. This was a radical departure from centuries of pale skin ideals. Chanel's influence didn't stop in the 1920s. Over the decades, tanning became a full-fledged industry, with tanning oils, beachwear, and even sun lamps hitting the market. The trend has evolved, but the cultural impact of Chanel's sun-kissed moment remains undeniable. Of course, we now know the risks of too much sun exposure, including skin damage and cancer, which has led to a rise in safer alternatives like self-tanners and spray tans. But let's not forget that this entire phenomenon, the suntan as a beauty ideal, began with one woman, one moment, and one bold cultural shift. Coco Chanel redefined not just what we wear, but how we present ourselves to the world. So what do you think? Was Chanel's suntan moment a bold step forward or just another trend? Let us know in the comments below. Do you embrace the sun-kissed look, or are you all about keeping it natural? Don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more fascinating fashion stories, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an upload. Remember, beauty is more than skin deep. It's about making a statement, just like Chanel did.